Pulse Kai and all you Pulse members who supported me. It's been a really big encouragement. Thanks to Pulse Kai who started it all. Yeah, thank you. Hey guys, what is up? In today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you Bob Ross style painting. I'm not going to be following a tutorial. I've seen a bunch of people do following a Bob Ross tutorial, but I've only seen a few people with pretty small channels. I mean, they're a lot bigger than mine, but like Paintings by Justin, he does it without following Bob Ross, but he does really good at it. And so I intend to be pretty much the first kid to do a painting tutorial on YouTube. So if you like this, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, first I'm going to be going through all the stuff I'm using in this video. I probably will leave out some of the paint colors. I'll just show you what brand of paint I use. If I use the colors, I'll say them when I put them up on canvas. And so the first thing is the 2-inch brush. The 2-inch brush is 2 inches long, and it's got a pretty good grip. I get pretty much all my brushes from Bob Ross. Not from him itself, but from I get it from Jerry's Artorama and Blick Art Materials. And so yeah, that's the 2-inch brush. And now the things that are also Bob Ross. So first I have a 2-inch blender brush. It's not exactly 2 inches, but just with here I think that's 2-inch. But actually no, I think it's wide. I'm stupid. So yeah, this is just a really soft brush. It blends out really nice stuff. I used this in the Northern Lights painting. And I think this is a number 6 fan brush. It's really good for making trees. It's pretty good at pretty much everything. Bushes, trees, grass. And next I have the oval brush. Now the oval brush is pretty much an oval on top here, and it's good for what is it? Making bushes, and so because it's a nice round thing. And for the stuff that is smaller, as like the 1-inch brush. Now the 1-inch brush is only 1 inch, and it's pretty much got the same handle. It's good for, it's pretty much the same thing as the 2-inch brush, just a little bit smaller, getting in the tighter areas. Now, next I have a number 2 script liner brush. This is for signing your name, and you can do detailing work with it, such as like trees, sticks, and all that stuff. You can put icicles on houses if it's cold. If you made a snowy scene like I did in Northern Lights. Although I did use the knife for that. And speaking of the knife, I have 2 knives. One here is smaller. You can see in the comparison with the finger, it's pretty small. And the next one is actually very big. This is what I use for mountains and stuff. And yeah, so that's what it is. Next what I have is my palette. I have an 11 by 15 palette. If you were to do this, get a bigger one. I need to get a bigger one. And it was gonna be clear, so it doesn't glare on canvas, on video I mean. But yeah, it has just a bunch of dried paint on it from all the other paintings I've done. Yeah, I intend to get a bigger canvas. Those are just pretty expensive. Yeah, that's it for the canvas. And so I have a big jar of liquid white. Now this is pretty much pure liquid. It's pretty full because I just got it. But yeah, Bob Ross liquid white. And I got a few paper towels over here, just so I can wipe the knife off. And I got my painter over here. You probably can't see that, but it's not really important. So this stuff is old. And so then one of my paints, Phthalo Blue, is one of the most used, so I'm just going to show that. So I got mine from Winton Oil Color. These are really good thick paints. Yeah, so you just want a really thick oil paint in it. And another brand I have is, this is pretty smashed, but it's Dollar and Rowney. So this is also pretty good. Yeah, I have a 20 by 20 canvas. And so, yeah, I think that's it. Sorry for my drowsy voice. I don't know why I'm talking like this. But let's get into the actual painting. Okay, so I'm not like Bob Ross, and I don't pre-put all my colors on my palette like he would. I don't plan. I'm awful at planning what I'm going to do. So I just think, if I think I'm going to need that color, I put it on here. Yeah. I usually run out of space, so I'm going to try to be more careful about where I put it and how I use it, because it's a very small palette. So, I think what we're going to do today is something with like an orange yellow sky. So I don't have orange, which is surprising because that's my favorite color. So I'm going to take a little bit of red. What is this? Rose Madder red. It's actually a pretty bright red. And then I have lemon yellow in red and orange make yellow. In red and orange make yellow. Just put a little bit of that on both of those. And I also use this Rose Madder red with a bit of sap green, and that was what made the brown color in the wood painting. And so to mix it, I just take my knife, scoop those both up, and just mix it. I'm sorry if I'm bad at this, because this is my first time ever doing this as a complete setup like Bob Ross. So I'll probably just skip forward and all this stuff that takes a while to do, because I probably won't be talking. And so if things like this happen where you put both of it and it just looks like the same color, just put in a little bit more of the other color that it doesn't look like. So I'm just going to put in a little bit more yellow. Okay, so now that I have this orange color on there, I'm going to actually put the liquid white on there first, because I forgot to do that. Just a note, there might be a little cuts out because my iPad is low battery and I don't have a professional grade camera. So I'm gonna have to wait for the iPad before I start going again. So I have a little bit of this orange color here. It looks a little red on the camera, but it's pretty orange, more to the reddish side. So I'm gonna pull it out like this and then tap it into the brush. This assures nice even coating into the brush on that. And so I'm gonna take it right up here in the middle, and I'm just gonna go back and forth. Oh, that's a nice color. Little X strokes. Now, I haven't been on that liquid wet canvas in a fair bit. So I've done the black canvas and I've done the liquid clear canvas with the wood. I might do another one of those later, but not this video. So I'm just putting orange in the sky, and I'm using little X strokes like this. Put it on. Yeah, so whenever you go back into it, you want to pull it back out again and then tap it into the brushes. It's a nice even distribution. And yeah, I'm sorry for this glare right over here in my bedroom. Sadly, don't have a studio yet. I'm just going back and forth. And I'm leaving out this area because I'm going to add another color in there. And I'm going to make it a little bit darker there. A bit darker in places where you want it to have some clouds. And we will add some clouds later. Just make it a little bit darker in there. And then I'm just going 2 hairs in some air, as Bob Ross would say, over it just to blend it out. And so then from there, I'm going to I'll leave this brush right up here. I'll leave it dirty because I'm going to take some of the, actually, you can change your mind during paintings. I'm going to take a little bit of phthalo blue. This is a transparent color. You can take phthalo blue and a little bit of, Bob Ross uses midnight black. I use ivory black. Black is black. So, blue and black right on there. Get this cap on correctly. You can see how not as organized as Bob Ross is. And then I'm going to take the knife again and take those two colors and mix them again. It'll look black, but when you put them on there, it'll be a nice darkish blue black. And painting is fun, so it doesn't matter what it looks like. But if you want to sell it, then it matters what it looks like. Put that down there. Take the dirty brush again. Go into a little bit of this. You gotta pull it out and then tap it in there. Get a nice distribution in there. And then I'm gonna come up in here, and this color is much stronger than the orange color. So I'm just gonna put it up there. So don't mess it all up and get it where you don't want to get it. Go up there. Little crisscross strokes here. And I can just take it and pull that out. Take it and pull that out and blend this back out. Now after this, I will, for the clouds, I'll probably switch into the fan brush. This actually looks pretty similar to one of other Bob Ross paintings, but I'm not following a tutorial. So, take that. Bring that down. And then I'm going to wash the brush. So I'll put my canvas down. Got a nice clean brush here. Put that over here. And I'm going to take the fan brush because this has a much thinner edge right there. And I'm going to take that exact same color that I use right here. And I'm going to take that and load it full of color. Just take all the color. And then I'll take it and just bring it over. And that looks much darker than this. So I'll just change that. You can see how it gets much straighter because this was the toon brush, so this is the fan brush right up here. Bring some over here. Just little stringy clouds, as Bob would say. And you can see this is lasting me a long time because I loaded the brush really full. And I'm going to put one right out here. Maybe this one, it's floating away. Cool. And so next I'm going to wash out that fan brush. Alright, sorry for the background noise, but here I'm just blending out the clouds. just trying to reduce time here by doing voiceovers and stuff while time lapse. A little bit of that orange again with the 2-inch brush. Bring it out, tap it in, bring it out a little bit more. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm just putting in the water, which is basically doing just straight lines across with the orange color. It just looks like a sheen of light across the middle with the white, and then I just blend it all out. I'm going to take a little bit of this blackish blue color, just tap a tiny bit into there. What I did here was just add that black blue color to the water in like the edges. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the same color that I used for this, but I'm going to add, actually, you know what, I'm not, I'm just gonna take it, take it all, mash it out as flat as I can, just really push down on it, take it and make a little roll of paint. Don't know if you can see that, but there's a roll right there. And so what you're gonna do, I'm gonna take it and right about here. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just adding the base color for the mountain, which is just that black blue color, and scraping all the excess paint off of it. So what I'm gonna do from there is I'm gonna take that dirty 2-inch brush, because it's the same color. I'm gonna take it, and what I'm doing here is I'm just taking that color and just blending it out so it looks like it's just floating there. Take a little bit of titanium white. That right there. Apparently it's got a little bit of blue in that, but that's fine. And then I'm gonna take that white and a little bit of blue. And I picked up a little bit of this color right here just to gray it down a little bit because it's pretty much almost nighttime. And now all you want to do is let that little roll of paint, only that little roll of paint, touch the canvas. That will make the breaking effect with all the little holes in it. And if you have that in the little places like there, you can make a roll on that end of the knife. And what I'm doing here is just adding the highlight on the mountain from the light. The light is coming from the right in my painting, so I'm just doing that and adding little extra peaks on the sides and stuff. Yeah, and then I made the shadow color after, right here. Take it, it just got a lot darker for some reason in here. I'm sorry about that. And take it and just no pressure. What I'm doing here is just the same thing with the highlight color. It's just the shadow color and going on the opposite side, following the angles of the mountain. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm doing here. Okay, so next I'm gonna mist up the mountains. Just gently tap in the angles, following angles. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna make a nice tree line right here in front of the mountain. And yeah, just like I said, I'm making a tree line here, and I'm really loading that brush full of paint because that's how you can get that sharp edge of trees here. Just making everything a little bit even. And then, yeah. I'll do next is I'll wash this out. Okay. Next what I'm going to do is take this dirty 1-inch brush. I'm going to take it and pull that down. And where the trees are taller, make the reflections lower down, if that makes sense. And I'm speeding up this part because you really can't see anything because I'm in the way of the canvas here, but I'm just adding a water line with the liquid white, and yeah, it just makes it have like the ripples and stuff and the water going up against the land. And then I will be mixing up the color for the bush, the undercolor for the bushes. On top, a little bit there. And I think I'll call that painting finished. But there's one more thing we have to do. I will take the script liner brush, a little bit of the paint thinner into that red color, and we will sign our painting. Right, I do mine in the bottom left in red. And mine's pretty big. But you can do whatever size you want. Okay, that's good enough. And yeah, thanks for watching.